Hi everyone, this is Metalhead Steve Stone, and I'm opening Scott Spade's show because he asked me to. He is taking a
I'm
he's
right here, by the way.
Sorry.
Welcome to
I was
Wrestling
talking
on a
about
Friday.
watching one of his matches.
You ripped. All right. I need to co-host.
That was all off the top of my head. I couldn't think of anything.
Thank you. Welcome to another edition of Ask Us Anything.
You know,
with my...
this Ole Anderson figure, he looks like the dude from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, God.
You seen that show?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know what it is, but I haven't seen it.
Well, then the joke won't land if you don't know what it is. All right.
Our second edition of Ask Us Anything with 3 different bins of random questions that I have prepared ahead of time for Mr. Steve Stone here, and he's got a pretty damn good accuracy rate so far.
Still mad about those 2 that I get.
In a few minutes, we're going to have Nick H's questions, which I have no knowledge of.
Oh,
that he's
okay.
going to ask to both of us.
Cool.
So, which one do you want to be the first choice of
I guess we'll do
second
here.
edition here?
I can't even. Okay.
3 for 1.
I want to look for it.
WCW. Ooh, this is interesting. The WCW career of Jake the Snake Roberts.
It wasn't much, was it? I mean, it was awesome when he showed up. It was the coolest thing. He DDT and Sting, and then you got Ron Simmons winning the belt because of that. And then I think they didn't want to justify the contract I think he had, and then he just up and left again.
He signed a multi-million-dollar deal, and then Bill Watts took over like 2 days before the contract was going to go into effect.
Definitely a Bill Watts thing.
And they had heat for years.
Oh,
and
yeah.
years, so he's like,
And yeah, Watts shit's all over him if you ask him about it. But
remember him coming through the crowd?
yeah, it was awesome.
Yep.
It was the coolest thing ever because he had just he just worked with Taker, and then all of a sudden he's showing up in WCW, and he beat Sting in an 8-man on the Clash, or maybe a 5-on-5 or something on Clash of the Champions, and then he was just beating everybody. Spin the wheel, make the deal. Commercials were like the coolest thing for me as a kid, and then you see all these matches on the wheel, like barbed wire and all this shit, and it comes on a coal miner's glove match in fucking Philly.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like it was the lamest finish to a feud ever, and then he couldn't get the snake to bite him properly.
Yes,
it was terrible. That was one of the worst shows in wrestling history. Was Halloween Havoc 92.
It was weird too seeing all the guys that cross over from both WCW and WWF, where you see former enemies that were in super heated feuds beyond this. Because I remember there was a team that was a 6 or 8-man tag, and Rude and Snake were on the same team.
Oh yeah, there was and then
like,
with Vader,
this
and
just
then
isn't right.
it was Hercules under the hood as the Super Invader, whatever.
Cactus, I think, was part of.
He was with
the Barbarian.
Yeah.
With Jake too. And it's like
all WWF guys in Vader. It was like all WWF guys in Vader, pretty much.
Yeah, pick one of your favorites here.
All right.
ECW. True or false? The Steiner brothers wrestled in ECW.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
They had some great matches with Dean and Scorpio.
Dean and Benoit, yeah.
Yep. Good tag matches.
Throwing them around. And then I think when Sabu no-showed, he didn't really no-show. He just told Paul he was going to Japan.
Oh, when he fired him? Yeah.
They brought Rick Steiner in, and it got like just a crazy pop. I guess because the Steiners were just so fucking cool, I thought.
Do you remember those Extreme Warfare tapes? That
Oh, yeah.
Put out?
Oh, yeah.
Did you
those
have
commercials. It was the
Volume
only
1 to
commercial.
Volume 2?
They had so many tapes, and they would only advertise that one. It was like mind-boggling. They had all these, and there's always Extreme Warfare Volume 2, where Kimona Wanalea dances upon the ECW arena.
One of those that had the Dudleys. I think it was. I'm trying to think. It might have been Dances with Dudley and Vampire Warrior against the Steiners at an outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, because they did do a few of those house shows too. Yep. Yeah,
their style actually did kind of fit in with ECW because they were so.
And nobody's going to tell them no.
That's right.
I mean,
wasn't Scorpio on top of Rick Steiner's shoulders, and Eddie did like a Frankenstein? He jumped off the side rope, and went all the way, and they kind of slipped it, but they kind of covered it. But
and I think
way high up there.
Oh, Scorpio broke Taz's neck. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. I know somebody broke his neck with that tombstone. Like everyone speaks everyone speaks highly of Scorpio, and I was a fan as a kid. But he's hurt a lot of people. He would do the kicks, and he would do the flips, and he'd land on people's faces with his ass, and it's like, man, I don't know. Lance Storm always would say, if you want to do that high-flying stuff, even the dives, you have to know how to do it to protect someone and not kill them. But not that he's like the shits or whatever, but
no,
I've seen him do it.
His chain stuff is great, so he can work too. Another ECW. Who did Terry Funk beat for his first ECW title? This might be a tricky one. Because it's before Extreme.
Yeah,
so.
no. God, he worked with everybody there. Not Jimmy Snuka, because he was the TV champion. Shane Douglas beat... Wait. Did he beat Shane Douglas? Did he beat Shane Douglas?
No.
He beat Shane Douglas? No. Jimmy Snuka?
No.
Who did he beat? Now I can't remember. It wasn't Sabu.
Correct.
It was Sabu?
Yeah.
Because Sabu beat
Douglas.
Yeah, Sabu beat Douglas.
Yeah,
And then
early
and then they went
93
to the triple
ECW
threat
was
thing.
so hard to...
Yeah.
It's not really talked about that much.
No.
Until 94 when Extreme
when they
started.
did the triple threat thing or whatever. Was that the night the line was crossed?
Yeah, the three-way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Phenomenal match that was, too.
Yeah.
WCW. How many members are part of the NWO in total? Give me a number.
Oh, I don't know exact number. I can name them all. No, I don't
Ready?
know. Oh, you want to name them all?
I printed the list just for that question.
Those are pages of who was in the NWO? Okay. All right. So what are we going to do? Check marks or something? So every single one?
If
Like
you
the
can remember from the
Wolfpack 2 or
yeah,
what?
This is a whole thing. I did this
All right, let's do
purposely
it.
just for this question.
All right. Hogan, Hall, Nash, Six-Pack, Ted DiBiase,
Yep.
Virgil,
Vincent.
Stevie Ray.
I know for sure he was in there, but I got to make sure. He's way down in the top.
Yeah, I bet he is. He made his money.
Yeah, see, Vincent's on there again. They split it into
The black and white
different
and all
that
them.
stuff, yeah.
God, is there that many? Holy Christ.
Yeah, look at all of them. Yeah, I thought this would make it easy. Oh, there you go, way down there.
All right. Stevie Ray, Horace Hogan.
Yeah, it just might be a more effort than it's worth here. Because that was probably later also.
It was. Eric Bischoff, Dusty Rhodes, Muda, Chono. I'm just naming them all.
they're
Giant.
The thing with this is they're repeating. So that's gonna be
okay.
almost a freaking pain in the ass to.
What else was there? It's just okay. Did all those. Dusty was in there for a little bit. Chono and Muda, because then they brought them to Japan. They did the NWO. Fake Sting.
Yeah.
Jeff Farmer. Scott Norton. God, there's just so many that didn't deserve to be in there. Buff Bagwell. Oh God, Bret Hart was in the NWO for a while. Scott Steiner.
Some crazy ones that are.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett was in the NWO for a little bit. Conan was Wolfpack. Luger, Sting. Macho Man. Jesus fucking
there's
Christ.
so many, right?
There's so many. And that's why it got oversaturated and terrible, because they felt like they needed to put it. Well, the funny thing is they put everybody in there that they didn't want to put over. Mm-hmm. So they squashed the Giant in WCW, and then they're like, oh, no, you can come in the NWO, because then you don't got to do any jobs for them. So that was typical political psychosis there. I'm trying to think of who I'm missing. How many more are there? There can't be that much. Jesus.
There's a lot.
All right, let me think.
Yeah, it breaks it into time periods from this to this, and then after that it changed, and they gave more names.
Oh my god!
So it's multiple here. So if you can't think of any more, then I'll start.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, go ahead. Because
you did say the Giant.
Yeah,
before,
I did. Yeah.
Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, I forgot LA.
Eric Bischoff.
I did say Bischoff.
Okay. You said about Michael Wall Street.
I forgot about. Yeah, damn.
Big Bubba Rogers.
Yeah.
You said Scott Norton, Chono, Randy Savage, Tenzan.
I should have known that one just from talking about Japan. God damn it.
Kurt Hennig, Rude.
Oh yeah, Rude was with Hennig.
Brian Adams.
Oh God, Brian Adams. I should remember all these terrible matches.
Nick
that they
Patrick,
had.
the crooked referee, which I thought was an awesome
Oh
gimmick.
man, it was
1,
but
2.
my
Oh,
God.
my neck! When you ever count,
Oh,
the Disciple.
oh God,
It took
how
me
do
a
I
while to
forget
figure out who that was
Brutus
because he had a
Beefcake.
long beard
Yeah.
and then he had shredded
was
abs.
gassed.
I'm like, who is that? And then I finally figured it out.
Hogan getting his boy a job.
We got Vincent Scott Norton, Dusty NWO Sting, which you said was
Jeff Farmer.
Stevie Horace.
Just
Yep,
watching some of his stuff from '97. He wasn't bad. It's just a ripoff.
Mark
gimmick, though.
Johnson, referee.
Oh, the bald dude. Yep, I remember him. He was a good ref. I thought he was pretty funny too. He's like Buff Bagwell's best friend. I think that's how we got in there.
Let's get Hall, Bischoff, Conan. Well, yeah, see, it repeats because they do the black and white, then they do
Yeah,
the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
It says David Flair joined at Super Bowl 9.
Oh, because he turned on Ric Flair. Yep. I think he wasn't in it that long. I remember.
Bret Hart there now. Yeah, Jeff Jarrett. So this is later.
Yeah, that's
Scott Steiner. They had
2000.
Medeja listed on here. April Hunter,
okay.
Major Guns.
Oh
Pamela
my
Paulshock,
God. Ooh, Pamela Paul.
Ron and Don Harris.
Oh, they weren't. God damn. I didn't
And then-
realize they oversaturated to the point of having the Bruise Brothers in there.
This is all NWO Japan.
Oh, okay.
But there's some regular WCW guys in here, too.
Yeah.
Shono Hiro, Saito, Tenzan, Sting, NWO Sting, and Norton
Yep.
Buff. They always just get Muda, Wall Street,
Yeah.
Satoshi Kojima, Yuji Nagata.
Oh, Kojima, yeah. Yuji Nagata was in
Mr.
there. I didn't know
Saito.
that one. Yeah, yeah.
Booker T. But this is 2000,
That's
this is
WWF.
2002.
Yeah, that's WWE.
So, yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, because then you got to count Shawn Michaels and.
So, all in all, it gave me the number of 79.
That's
you believe that?
Can you imagine?
That's I'm like, okay, I'll print out the whole list for that one, and then we'll see how many.
If anyone asks the question, why did WCW go out of business? Let me give you a pack of paper
79
here.
reasons why.
79 jobs not done. My God. It's embarrassing.
Go for it.
All right.
That's the best one right there. We got a good old one here. Well, this is the interesting era of 93, 4, 5, where you had the weird gimmicks. And
Yes, very.
what was the name of Max Payne's gimmick in the WWF?
Oh my God. I'm
remember
drawing.
Max
I know
Payne from WCW, right?
what it is.
I read too that he was a big bison something in Ketch in Germany.
Yeah.
That company where Bradshaw
Yeah,
and a
and
couple other people. He was pretty over
trained
there.
in the New Japan dojo. But he was going to release a movie of he had a bunch of videotape of all the guys and
Yes,
sewn
I
it up
did
and
hear
peeled
about
out of
that,
their
yep.
minds, and they threatened to sue him.
Yes, they did. He just got in trouble here recently too. I don't remember why.
Did he?
Yeah, got arrested for.
I know. Oh,
something.
no, it might have been Duke Drosy you're thinking of.
Yeah, he did
Duke
too. He did
Drosy's
too.
the one who got work for
Something
like child
Yeah,
stuff.
something happened to him though too.
God, what the
With
fuck?
money.
It was not. His name was Max Payne everywhere else.
See, this is
it
the
was
good
an
goofy
awful
era
name.
where
No,
everybody had stupid
Man
gimmicks.
Mountain Rock.
Yes,
Awful.
You got it.
I would have gotten really mad if I didn't get that one
Do you
because that was
remember
my childhood.
He
there.
had a little thing with Bob Backlund
He
of all
did.
people. Then
I remember when Bob would. Your music is too loud.
yes. Imagine coming there to WWF and then you end up being a feud with Bob Backlund.
Well, I mean, look, the Clique was running everything there. None of the guys that were below them were going to get up to their level. So
he wore like a full
like a
baggy
sweatsuit,
like
yeah,
a
he was
Zubaz suit,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, remember
so
that?
he literally
Yeah.
wore it to the show and wrestled in it.
Yeah.
He didn't have to change into any gear.
Yeah.
I was never a fan of his. Some of his Memphis stuff is fucking
Did you ever
garbage
see
too.
the WCW pay-per-view where it was him and Cactus against the Nasty Boys and he
Crazy. It was in Chicago.
Knobs' arm on
Yeah.
that one?
Oh, yeah, that was after. That was the
was
match
nasty,
after Chicago where he did the belly to belly and he like folded.
He put his arm
yeah.
down? Yes.
He
That
didn't.
was
If he didn't
horrible.
put his arm down, he would have broken his neck.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The timing was just bad on that one.
Yes. All right,
Yes,
you're up
I
again.
do remember that.
Big giant guy, but I don't know. He's
Not very good.
yeah. WCW. Who are the three Youngblood brothers? Remember that name?
Oh, Youngbloods?
Yeah.
Jay,
Yep.
Mark.
Yep.
Jay, Mark. Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good. Jay was tag team with Ricky Steamboat
Yeah.
and the NWA tag belts, and then Chris and Mark were a tag team.
Jay Youngblood has to go down as the biggest fall from grace in wrestling history. He went from selling out shows with Steamboat against Carnoodle and Slaughter
The Briscoes.
to going to Memphis in '85 doing jobs to a 75-year-old Tojo Yamamoto, and then he was dead. And he died not too long after that. I always said that was like maybe him or Pillman.
Was that not in Asia, like Malaysia, Philippines?
Where he died?
Somewhere
I don't know.
That way, I thought
I don't know.
something.
I know he burnt a lot of bridges out here,
Yeah.
so I don't know where he was, honestly.
Do you remember the team that Chris and Mark worked together in like 1990? WCW. They brought them in
The
together.
Renegade Warriors. Oh yeah. They worked the Freebirds, and one of them didn't sell the left hook or something, and they didn't last much longer after that.
Mark Youngblood, I think, was in. We were just talking about USWA when they did the Texas. He was a heel.
Yeah.
As part of that one.
Yeah,
That was
he
weird
was.
seeing him as a.
Yeah, and
as a
they
heel.
worked global, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. ECW, who managed Tajiri and Mikey Whipwreck as a team?
Oh, the Devil, James Mitchell,
What was his
Vandenberg or whatever.
gimmick name there?
What?
Which is what he's known to now.
What, the Devil? James Vandenberg
Kevin
was
Sullivan's the
Kevin.
Devil.
No, he called himself the Devil too. James Mitchell, Jim Mitchell. What do they call him now? I mean, I got it right. There's no other name.
You got the right guy.
Wait,
yes.
hold on.
There's definitely the right guy.
Sinister Minister.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Does karaoke a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, not the guy that's around here with the same name. Even though he
Is
was
there
in
a
the
Sinister
he was in
Miss?
the business longer. He did Babaloo's wrestling, and he was with Buddy Roberts when he came back into the Freebird
Oh,
gimmick here.
I didn't know that.
But it's a separate guy. But yeah, he's awesome. The look in his
Oh yeah.
his pointed fingernails, even though they were
It's all
clear, they
legit,
looked awesome.
too,
And then
dude.
it was cool.
Dude is very. I read in Chris Canyon's book, and he talks
They were
about
very
him a lot.
close.
and it was a really love-hate relationship because, as you know, Canyon had the bipolar disorder, and he would just be up and down, and Mitchell was always the one having to deal with all the goods and all the bads. But I always thought he was great, even when God, I don't want to say his name anymore now. Now that I'm so freaked out.
We've never said it yet, so we
I
don't know what
did.
you're talking about.
I did slip, but Cornette brought him in, and he managed the what's the big Yeti looking thing?
It was just
in
the Mummy.
Smoky Mountain.
The
Yeah,
Mummy
it was
guy,
like
yeah.
the Mummy. Oh, it was and then there was another one with like the snowman face on from like Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yes.
Reindeer was Prince Karras.
Yes. I remember that name.
So bad. And oh my God, I just remember
All the dust.
Yeah, you'd hit him and
powder. Yeah. What was his gimmick name though in that company? Was he Jim Mitchell? Or he was called something else, wasn't he? He had that fez on.
He had
the hat.
he had the. I don't know. No,
Yeah,
it's
I remember seeing that
crazy.
Mummy on the one show, and it was.
I remember, he was sending stuff in, and Cornette finally. Brought
That was
him
probably
in.
one of his
But he didn't
first.
last. He didn't last long there. I know
Yeah.
that.
And then he went to WCW.
Oh, and then he had Kendo the Samurai, which was Tim Horner under a mask,
Mm-hmm.
because Corny couldn't figure out anything more to do with him.
Yeah, and then he went to WCW and was Mortis. I thought that was a great gimmick. It's the
Canyon,
first time I saw
Canyon. Yeah, dude, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was cool looking. The music was pretty cool with the organ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that whole presentation.
You can find a bunch of his dark matches too on
Oh.
YouTube with Chris Canyon. He's done some darks as Mortis for the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Then you find out what happened to him. It's like, man, this is such a shitty business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gay? Well, we're going to dress you up like Boy George and have The Undertaker cave your face in with a chair
remember that.
on TV. Oh, no, that wasn't personal. Sure
Right.
it wasn't.
WCW. Who did Ric Flair beat for his first NWA World Heavyweight title?
Harley Race. No, wait. He won it in 81.
2 days before I was born, 9/17 of 81.
81.
Kansas City.
Oh, he beat Dusty.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't
Harley
accept
won the
first
second
answers.
one. Yeah, right. It'd be like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Is that your final
Yes.
answer?
Yeah, Jeopardy accepts
Yeah,
the first.
Dusty, because
Yep,
it was out
Dusty
of
Rhodes.
nowhere and randomly in Kansas City.
I've heard him say that they thought that not that they purposely set him up to fail, but they kind of just didn't do it what they should have done.
Yeah.
Like the second reign is when he really went off and did
and
his
the
thing.
build to that was amazing, where they had Harley had the bounty on him, and Bob Orton and Dick Slater fucked him up, and
the pile driver.
then he came back on the TV with the bat with the neck bracelet. That was so good.
Yep.
That's
Wrestling
good
was
shit.
wrestling.
Yeah, I miss that.
ECW. Who was crucified by Raven at ECW High Incident?
Sandman, and then they had to apologize for it, which I still don't get that one. With the amount of shit they did in ECW, I don't know. Oh, I think it was because Kurt Angle was there. And what would have 96 Kurt Angle done in ECW, first of all? I think they wanted to do something with Taz.
Yep.
But
remember seeing Raven's apology? How
I know it was
non-sincere it
half-assed.
was.
Yeah. I mean, he was the first big name I worked with, and that's literally what you're gonna get. Everything is sarcastic, and he doesn't really care for much. He hadn't been gone from WWE very long when he started with TNA and was feuding with Jarrett. And we're out by my old house, and it's like North Shore, really rich, stuck-up people, which he kind of fit in, right? But he goes to the Whole Foods right next door to my work, and he's like, give me a shake. And he's, well, don't you know who I am? And the guy's just, because, I mean, in the North Shore, nobody watches wrestling out here. And if they did, they're not watching TNA. He sat there for 10 minutes trying to convince the guy who he was, so he didn't have to pay for.
Oh my God.
And then you talk to other people, they're like, oh yeah, he would get free dinners. Like say, this burger wasn't that cooked. Yeah, bring me a free dessert and we'll call it even. Or like, that was.
Interesting.
That was the ultimate workers right there.
I've seen one of his interviews too, and he said his dad was the head editor of the National Enquirer.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So he was in
wow.
Not that they were like rich, but they were to do, and they were kind of not well known, but you know what I mean.
He openly says therapy, like
that's probably why he's so damn smart too.
Yeah,
very very smart guy.
And therapy pretty much helped him because he hated the world and was just. Hated being around everybody. Craig almost beat him up the one time. I don't know if Craig's told that story, where his two young kids went up to him to ask for like a picture or something, and he's like, "Yeah, $25. I'll be at." And then they're like kind of looking at him. He's like, "I'll be at the table over there," and he just laughs. And yeah, X-Pac had to keep Craig from fucking kill him. Yeah.
This one might be one of the hardest questions that I've written out of all these.
Damn it.
NWA.
Okay.
Who were the 7 founders of the National Wrestling Alliance?
Never gonna happen. I'm so bad at the old stuff.
So I could just skip it and go there.
I don't know. No, I want to see. I want to see how many I get. Was Sam Mushnick?
Yes.
There's 6 more.
Yep. This was 1948, just like yesterday.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, Sam Mushnick out of St. Louis. He was the president for
Pat O'Connor
30
one
years.
Of them? No. Sam Mushnick, founder of the. Oh man, it's gonna be. This one might not be very entertaining. I can't think of anyone. I'm not good at that. The old shit. Derek St. Holmes will get this in 2 seconds.
I'm gonna keep that hidden.
No. Tell me. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know the answers.
Sam Mushnick was the main guy out of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Pinky George.
Never.
Out of Iowa. Orville Brown.
Never.
He was the wrestling guy out of all these other guys were promoters.
Oh, okay.
Al Haft from Ohio. Harry Light.
Oh, I would have never gotten any of these.
From
We would have
Detroit.
been here for hours.
You probably know this guy. Don Owen from Portland.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And Tony Stetcher from Minnesota.
Yeah, maybe I would have gotten Don Owen if I got prodded the right way, but yeah, definitely not.
You got to call the Mountie for that, right?
Yeah.
Go for it. All right, we got one of the greatest heels of all time, Teddy DiBiase.
So good. I just posted on my Facebook of like last week. I could watch him and Flair with the Dick Murdoch angle where he brainbusters him on the floor.
In Georgia, yep.
Oh my God, Mid-South.
Mid-South,
It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Just selling and storytelling, and he came out like Spirit of '76 with the blood, and he's fighting. He's
I was
fighting
thinking
for all
of the
his
Freebird
work.
pile driver thing.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah,
and that's, he did it this time with the brainbuster, but he goes to put Flair in the figure 4, and he just pushes him and takes that big flip over and lands into the barricade. So good. And then Dick Murdoch comes out, brainbusters him on the floor. It was so good. Yes.
Just like the Hogan question before about could anybody have done
I think
the
he
$1
could.
Million Man?
Oh,
Could you ever see anybody doing that?
maybe Kurt Hennig, maybe Rick Rude, but yeah, I think DiBiase was perfect for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said himself it was Vince living vicariously through one of his characters. So it's like he flew first class, he drove limos, they gave him wads of money to go out and just buy whatever. Can you imagine?
2,000
Yeah,
pocket money to
yeah. I'm like, that's amazing. But
I know he said he had heat from
I bet
the boys, but I mean that's
I
what
bet.
I wouldn't turn it down.
It sucks that he didn't. I mean, hell, they did shows with him with the belt on because he was supposed to win the WrestleMania 4 tournament thing. But then Honky Tonk was a douchebag and refused to put over Savage, which I still don't know how he got away with that. Like, Savage would rip that dude's head off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how they went in there and had this professional DQ finish when he was just, where do I go after this? I'm not putting him over. But I think he would have been an amazing heel champion. I'm surprised he never did. And then he kind of just stayed middle card, you know, feuding with Boss Man, Jake, all those. They were all great feuds. Yeah. But he never.
Jake and Ted together was the ultimate workers together. Yep. That feud was great.
We'll see he feuded with Tito for a little bit. That one, I mean, that was really on his way. But when him and Rotundo got together, they were a pretty good team.
Really good team.
It was really like the only team the Steiners could work with was them and the Head Shrinkers. They really didn't have anybody else. And the best matches the Steiners had there were against Brett and Owen on a Coliseum videotape, and then I think that was it. They didn't have many. Maybe the Beverly Brothers they had.
I remember seeing Money Incorporated against the Steiners tag cage match.
Oh, okay.
And they were climbing on the outside, and one of the Steiners
caught him
put him on his shoulders and wouldn't let him down. And then
that was a great. That was a great
really
finish.
good finish.
I remember that.
Yeah, they had great matches together for sure.
Yeah.
Go for another one.
Okay.
Yeah, Ted's a great guy too.
Yeah, I haven't met him. I wish I could. I knew his son though. His Ted Jr.
Okay.
He came and worked for Frankie DeFalco a few times.
Oh, really?
I was supposed to work with him, and they had it advertised, and then he got signed to WWF. So it sucks.
All three of his boys were in the business for a little bit.
Yeah. So I wish I could have worked with him.
True or false? Speaking of him, Honky Tonk Man originally came to the WWF as a babyface.
True.
It is true.
I don't know why you would think that would work as a babyface, but yes, there's literally only one TV because I just watched it recently, and he came out, and I don't think the match got televised, but it was him cutting a promo as a babyface, and it was just like, wow, this would never work.
I have a Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens house show on tape.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of, where that's where he tries to be a babyface.
And he comes out with the suspenders on.
Yeah.
And then after that, he gets booed out of the building. Yeah. And then Jesse Ventura goes on TV and says, he does like a fan poll, I think, for him. And then it ended up being one way or the other, and that's what they used to make him turn.
Smart.
Because it wasn't
smart thing to do.
And I guess his real name was Honky Tonk Wayne from Stampede and from Memphis. And then when they came up, something screwed up with the name, and he ended up with Honky Tonk Man.
Well, he was one of the Blonde Bombers.
Correct.
And he had so many good stuff. Yeah, I never was a fan of Honky. I thought he was lazy.
Great guy to talk to.
He is. He's
funny.
He'll put himself over for hours if you let him.
Another guy I've heard people talk shit about with interaction with me.
He was great with me. I met him. He was very nice.
He's funny.
And I saw him at a Blitz show, and he was very nice, very personable. The only guy you could see go out and do 25 minutes, not take a bump, not sell a move, and sing his song 3 times and stay over. So he's doing it the best.
That's the secret
He's
of
doing
wrestling.
it the best.
People don't understand
he's doing
that.
it the best.
Do the least to get the most.
But what they don't allow them to understand. But to get to that point is a lot of hard work.
Absolutely.
To get over, and it's a lot of people don't.
ECW. What was the match where all of the fans threw chairs in the ring?
Public Enemy against the Funks. Terry and Dory.
I actually Googled that question.
Yeah.
And it told me Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack.
No, that's not right.
They worked each other. Public Enemy came out to interfere at the end. And then
it was
those
a single
two
match?
beat him up. And then Terry Funk asked for a chair.
I
And then
swear
all
I
of them
watched...
came throwing it. That's what you said is what I thought it was.
I thought it was.
I don't think Terry and Cactus ever teamed there because they
No,
were
they
always
never
feuding.
would have. I thought it was Dory and Terry and Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what it told
sure?
me. Actually, when I actually Googled that question, I wrote down itself because I
know
thought
Terry's
it was.
walking around doing the
You remember
shit
seeing him in the
with-
corner?
Yeah,
one
with
comes
the
up,
chairs.
hits him in the head, he's all goofy. Because I thought it
So
was
Dory wasn't even
Terry and Dory, but I think it was later. I think earlier
They might have
ECW.
redid it again. Yeah, they might
Yeah.
have done the angle again. Okay.
We'll have to specify.
I have to go
on-
through my collection and see what I have.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to get that clarified. Because like I said, I thought it was Dory also.
Yeah.
But I know in earlier '93, Terry and Dory were there feuding with Public Enemy, but this was more '95.
94. Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
Dory came in a few times.
Yeah, I got 2 WCW ones. How many times was the great Harley Race NWA World Champion?
Oh my God. 1, 2, 7, 2.
The Singapore, New Zealand, it does officially
Yeah.
count now.
Oh God. Shit, I don't know. Let's see. 70, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flair was the last time he held it. So that was 83. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, you said the other ones count? The Singapore and the other ones?
Yeah, those do count now. So, yeah,
Would that be 6 then? I'm gonna say 6.
8 times.
8. Oh, because I was never a fan of Harley Race.
Oh,
I know. I know everybody loves him and stuff.
I'm
I
sure
just,
you got 2 Giant
was
Baba
okay.
switches in there.
Huh?
Giant Baba switches in there.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Yep.
you did.
Yep.
Where he sold that. Yeah,
Yeah, Briscoe did it
they
first.
sold
and then
him,
Harley
yeah.
did it twice.
sold the belt to him
Like
so he could
25
beat
grand
him.
or something on the tour. Yeah.
That's what they did with the AWA title all the time.
Who has won the most NWA United States heavyweight titles?
Oh God.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of questions like this in there.
Yeah.
So that's specific. It's NWA, not the WCW version or the WWE version later. So actual NWA.
God, there's a few. I mean, that Flair wanted a bunch.
This guy won it 5 times.
Damn.
Yeah, earlier days, not really far back because
Yeah.
that came up in '75.
Was it?
Is when the United States title was.
Was it Valentine?
No, they used one of the
Greg
first guys. but
Valentine.
no.
He was one of the first ones, right?
Johnny Valentine was one of
Johnny
the first. Yeah, but
Valentine.
Greg had it later. Yeah, it's a guy that Greg feuded with. He had a shirt on that said, "I broke this guy's
Wahoo.
leg." Yep, Wahoo won it 5
Wahoo
times.
had it 5 times.
5 times,
I would have.
yeah.
Yeah. So he was the first one I thought of. I'm like, I don't think he won it that many
Yeah.
times. Okay.
5 times. And then the last time he turned heel.
I remember
And Magnum
that
beat
with
him for
Tully.
it.
Yeah.
That's
That was good
weird to
stuff.
see.
That was.
Magnum heel, or I'm sorry, Wahoo heel.
Yeah, that was because he wanted his. He kept complaining about wanting a title shot with Flair, and then he went with Tully, didn't he? Yeah, Tully was the one who
Yes.
convinced him to turn heel or something.
Yep. And then he kind of did the thing where it was like the older guy keeping the young Magnum thing down.
Yeah.
ECW. What is the name of the match with the ladder and a spool of barbed wire hanging above it?
Oh, Stairway to Hell.
Correct.
Okay. That was always really cool. I remember seeing.
Sabu and the Sandman.
Yeah,
Holy
that one.
shit.
Dreamer Incredible did one. But I think Sabu and Sandman have both said that they were both so fucked up in that match. Like Sandman had taken a bunch of LSD or something, and he thought Sabu was. I don't remember.
The
what he
lizard
said.
or something. Yes.
Yeah,
he was
said
saying
he
here,
looked like a
lizard. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, he had the broken jaw in that match when he went on out.
Yeah.
Remember, Bill Alfonso taped it up for him.
That was.
And then the Sandman took
I remember
the
that
bump off the ladder through the tables.
tables were all pre-breaking. I just remember it being just one big clusterfuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was a really, really good match.
crazy.
At Heatwave '98
I was at that.
in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Was it what town? Cleveland, Cincinnati,
Dayton.
Dayton. Okay,
Yeah.
Hare Arena.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Where it was the Dudleys against Dreamers, Sandman, and Spike.
Spike.
That was the Stairway to Hell. Also.
Yes, it was, and they were doing that all over. because they gave Beulah the 3D, and that's how they killed her whole character off.
That was the first TV show broadcast in Chicago.
It was. I remember.
I could not wait
getting
till that
home from
comes out.
I got home from a WWF house show and made sure my mom had taped it, and it was awesome. And then I don't know if he wasn't paying them the money or whatever. That sounds about right. It would sometimes it would be on, sometimes it would just be like commercials
or the show the week before.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
It
remember
wasn't the same thing with like Music City Wrestling. Windy City Wrestling had a show on there sometimes. USWA had their show on for a few times. It was all this one channel, but they'd be on at like 5 a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, really, really late.
Yeah.
WCW. Who won the second World War III match?
Savage won the first one. The Giant.
Correct.
And then what? Scott Hall won the next? Wait, hold on. There was...
That sounds right. There might have been only 3, but I can't remember for sure.
I think it went all the way to 98. I know Nash won one, Hall, Giant.
Oh my God.
Macho Man.
You're going to love this next one.
Oh,
this is a members of group question.
Okay.
So this is NWA WCW. Name the 21 members of the Dungeon of Doom.
Okay. They're all listed on there?
I have them all written down.
All right. So, Sullivan.
Yep.
The Zodiac.
Yep.
There's Ming. The Shark.
I love the beard and it cut
awesome.
out and then it was paint in there.
Shark
that was, he come out.
Shark attack. I'm not a fish.
Then he goes, Avalanche was first and then the Shark, right?
Yeah.
And then just John Tenta.
Prince Iakea, or King Curtis Iakea.
Yep, he was called the Master.
He was the leader of it. How many were in there?
21 it listed.
I don't remember it being around that long. Kamala.
Yep. There's a couple on here I don't remember being, like big name guys that I don't remember being in there.
Dungeon. Big Show, Giant was in there.
Yep, that's where he came. That's where he started.
That's where he started.
Mm-hmm.
Arn Anderson was in the dungeon for a little bit because they had the Horsemen in the dungeon were together.
Yep, it does not officially list him.
Okay.
Yeah, they were working together
I know
at a time.
They like combined it for a little bit.
Yep. I remember that Nitro too, where Horseman in the ring and Kevin Sullivan was in the ring because they were going to get together for a pay-per-view to take on.
And then
Hogan and his group.
His crazy stuff.
Yep, that might have been a War Games match.
Zeus.
Actually. Yep, Z Gangsta.
The Final Solution guy.
Yep. Ultimate Solution. Yeah, that's like.
They had to change
and they nixed it because of the Holocaust.
Because of the Nazi stuff. Yeah.
You know who that was?
Oh yeah, I remember. I just watched him doing.
Yeah. He was in No Holds Barred, and he was in the Batman movie.
He was.
Yeah, the big Jeep Swenson guy.
Yeah, Swenson. I always thought he had a cool name.
Yeah.
I just watched some World Class with him. He was just terrible. He was working with Brody.
He's so big he can't move.
His arms were just ridiculous. All right, how many more is there? I think of Dungeon. Dungeon went away in like
3,
96.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Gotta be kidding me.
13,
No
13
way.
more.
Jimmy Hart.
Yes.
I mean, are we including managers
Jimmy Hart is
and
correct.
shit?
Yep.
Oh my God. A woman was in there.
No, it did not list woman.
Oh no, she was with the Horseman.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah, some of these questions are almost impossible to do,
Yeah,
but it's just cool.
These are
listing all these to try to remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard. Some had 1 or 2 appearances. Like
that's
some were
what I'm
big
saying.
names of. A couple of these on here I did not remember all.
Okay. Go ahead, because I can't think of anyone else.
It lists Lex Luger on here.
Damn it, he was for a little bit. He turned heel on.
Vader.
I was just gonna say Vader. I don't
remember that either.
In there because then he turned babyface and then he got beat up by Orndorff and went to WWF.
Hugh Morris.
Oh, how do I forget that one? They called him the
Laughing Man or something.
The Laughing Man, Hugh Morris.
Barbarian. Conan.
Was he there? Oh, K-Dog. I hated him so much, and that's probably why I blocked it out of my head.
Big Bubba.
Oh, Bubber. Big Bubber.
One of my favorite things is when he was in the Dungeon of Doom, it was just, I think they called him, it was either Big Bubba or just Ray Traylor against John Tenta, and they had a Carson City silver dollar match.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one when he swung that, and John Tenta was face, and the thing went around and hit him in the face. A sock full of soap, and you see him go, oh! Dude, I was just like,
I remember the match.
My God.
Oh my God, they really.
Yeah, it was on a pole in the court. Dude, he nailed him in the face. Hit him like in the cheekbone. Like, oh, imagine getting hit with that. One man gang.
Oh,
that was early Dungeon Dude when he had a full head of hair.
And he won he beat Kensuke Sasaki for the U.S. belt. And it's 1, 2, and Sasaki's like this, and then he still count 3 anyway. They just wanted to get the belt off of him.
Loch Ness.
Oh,
the big English giant haystacks guy.
I knew that.
Max Muscle.
Max Muscle.
He was with DDP for a little bit too.
DDP turned on him, and then they put him there.
A guy named Braun the Leprechaun. Which was
Sergeant
Buddy Lee Parker, right?
Parker is the little leprechaun guy.
I think I got them all.
Damn.
Oh, Jacqueline. I don't remember her.
She managed Kevin Sullivan.
But I don't remember her actually being a part of.
Yeah, well, they brought her in to have her with Woman and Benoit. So that's
in that strap match. I think.
Yeah,
he pulled on the table and the table didn't break.
Off. Yeah, that was crazy.
There's a good 21 members of the Dungeon of Doom, huh?
Insane. There shouldn't be that many.
Those skits,
of any
though,
group.
Were so awesome. Do you remember Hogan coming in and him and Savage were all in the black with the big sword? And they had the black face paint on?
We're the Hulkamaniacs. So bad.
ECW.
These Hulkamaniacs aren't here.
Who was the first 2-time ECW heavyweight champion? You're real specific here.
2-time. The first one?
Yeah, the very first 2-time champion. I got real specific on some of these.
A bunch of people won it 2 times. That's why this is kind of... First 2-time champion.
Yeah, this guy won it, and then Johnny Hotbody, who was a local name back then, had it for like a day, and then this guy won it back again.
It wasn't Tony Stetson.
Nope.
That's because that's who they feuded with.
That's another look, yeah. There was that group of local guys, Tommy Cairo.
Oh, yeah. Tommy
all those
Cairo's
guys,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, man. These are getting hard.
So this is the first champion, and then he won it back as the third champion. So if you know who the first champion was, then...
I don't. I'm trying to remember.
You said his name earlier.
I did?
Yeah.
Shane Douglas?
No.
No, that was later on.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Snuka.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So he was the first champ, and then...
And he won the TV belt, too.
Yes.
And then he had Dreamer kick out of the splash. It was like the first person to kick out of the splash.
Won him over that night.
Yeah, he did.
Another ECW. This is a little bit later, 97 into 98. Mm-hmm. What 3 people were in Just Incredible's entourage?
Jason, Nicole Bass, and Chastity.
Correct. Remember Jason's his nickname? How they would always announce him?
No.
Jason. He never had a last name. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Jason Knight.
Yes.
The sexiest man on earth.
Yeah.
Remember he would make Bob Ortiz always say that?
Well, when
he was fun
earlier on, he would wrestle for them, and he would always come out during these dramatic things where people are ready. How do you like my suit? and it was the oh, sorry. How do you like my suit? Sorry,
that was good.
I didn't know that was going to blow anybody away. And that's how loud he would yell it too. How do you like my suit?
He actually won a TV belt too.
Yeah.
Go for another pick.
All right.
That's
for being late, dickhead.
Who?
How do you like my suit?
What was the World Wrestling Federation called before World Wrestling Federation?
Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Correct.
Yay, I finally got one right. This is bullshit.
Technically, you've only missed 3 out of 70.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but wait until you hear my questions.
Oh, come on. Nick's gonna... See, Nick's like Sheldon from Big Bang. He just wants us to be buried and get him wrong.
We actually covered this one earlier. On the last episode, what did the wheel land on at Halloween Havoc 91?
Coal Miner's
Sting
glove
versus
match. That fucking garbage. Terrible.
Of all things.
Are there coal mines in Philadelphia?
Right.
I mean, Jesus Christ. If it was in like Louisiana, hell yeah, that'd be. Jeez.
ECW. Who was the first 3-time ECW heavyweight champion?
God. Is it Hack? Sandman?
Correct. Very nice. Very nice.
The best was doing shows with that guy, and he would sit around and tell everybody what they're doing wrong. It's like, dude, you can barely walk into the ring, and you're critiquing everybody on what they're doing wrong. You need to be loaded just to even be able to do anything properly.
Mm-hmm. He said his warm-up routine, he would stand up, bend down, touch his toes, and that was it. That was his warm-up before he go out there.
I bet that's all it was. Yeah.
I would love to meet that guy. Believe it or not, as much as...
I don't know if there's multiple.
Yeah, it's fine. People know me as much of more of a wrestler. He is my all-time favorite ECW.
Oh, I loved watching him
Awesome.
get the shit beat out of him. It was great.
Seeing Cactus hit him in the head with the frying pan, and he just gets knocked out.
That's when he knocked out. Yep. Him and Balls used to have matches too, where they would kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he's alive, honestly.
Very true.
He's done.
That one time he took some stuff and he was in the car with Raven and Bill.
And he almost died.
And then they brought him back, and he's like, "What'd you kill my eye for?" That was like his punchline after he came out of it. It was hilarious.
Sound like most drug addicts.
WCW. How many times did Ric Flair win the United States title?
No.
I don't want to say it's a trick question, but I'm just saying.
I know. I remember him beating Conan.
And this
for
covers
it
both
once.
companies.
Yeah. So this is when it gets into the 70s, where I'm not really
Correct.
Yeah. He beat Conan for it. Did he have it in the 80s? I don't think he had it in the 80s. 4? 3.
Which one?
3.
First one was closer. He had 4 times NWA and 1 time WCW.
Yeah, I remember him beating Conan. That made no sense.
Yeah, some of these are impossible questions. So
yeah,
don't feel bad or guilty.
I don't. These are hard. That's why I'm like not mad at myself, because I'm amazed I got any of these.
Another WCW NWA. Now this is a huge distance in title spans from when this guy had it.
Okay.
Who won the United States title on 11/9 of 75, and then won it again 9/22 of 2000.
The U.S. title, you said?
Yes.
2000. The hell was there in?
That has to be one of the biggest spans of winning the same title 25 years later.
2000.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was there in 2000?
You know, that was such a mixture of guys.
Time of wrestling there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, as far as Moolah is probably the only one that has a longer span between the two, but I mean that 25 years in between winning the same title.
I remember in 2000 it was like Lance Storm, Hugh Morris, Shane Doug, like all them fighting over it. Is that one of them? Jesus. Wait, hold on. Jeff Jarrett had it, and he worked with a bunch of the old timers.
If I remember right, I think he either beat Lance Storm or lost it to Lance Storm.
Who did?
This guy.
Oh, Terry Funk.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Because
Correct.
It was on a house show, and they did it in front of his hometown.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever said it happened on TV, though, so that was a hard question.
Yeah, it was 25 years in between, so when he came back again...
And Lance Storm said it was like his favorite match of all time.
Really?
Yeah, working with Terry and Amarillo. That had to be cool.
Go back to ECW.
I broke my foot working with Terry Funk.
That's right.
Did I say that in the other one?
That's right, yeah.
Brawling on the floor. Hey, Terry, throw me in the bleachers. Okay, kid. Ah! And there's a set of bleachers sitting fucking behind it. So I snapped my foot. I said, Terry, I broke my foot. He's like, oh, told me to do it.
That was the second time, because technically... Oh, I don't know if did you break it on the post with the rack?
I went over the rack and I smashed it on the bottom. And then this is 10 minutes before I already kicked Ian in his spider bite, and he's hating me too. So, oh my God, that was the night from hell. I was hungover.
We did have the clip on that first one with the Big Daddy rack one where you hit on the post.
Oh, with the... Yeah.
Right.
My ankle has never recovered from that. That fucking hurt.
ECW, who were the Gangstanators?
John Cronus and New Jack.
Correct. That's kind of another crazy thing with some hated enemies.
Yeah.
Their partners both leave.
Saturn went to WCW
And then they're just like,
Mustafa
hey,
got
it's-
fired.
yeah.
Yeah.
They won the World Tag Team titles. Too.
I thought they were a cool team. And then I think they dropped him to the FBI, didn't they?
That's or Furnace and LaFon.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Oh, and then Candido and Storm won them. Yeah, that's what it was.
Which is awesome. That's probably one of my favorite ECW teams.
That was the best. I've never met Lance Storm.
You ready for a question?
Hey.
I don't know these, so I don't know what the hell he's going to say. So
Hey,
this is for both of us.
All right.
Let's see how crazy this is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
If Bruno Sammartino married the fabulous Moolah, would David Sammartino been a better wrestler?
What the
No.
God.
No, because Moolah was a terrible wrestler and David had no business being in the ring.
There you go.
Boom.
I don't
Roasted.
I would say no, too, because if you're the second generation wrestler,
You're
you're
usually
either
not doing
really good or you're really bad.
But it's hard to be a second generation. Look at David Flair. It's hard to be a second generation wrestler and then you have a legend as a father. It's not very like look at Sting's kids are now. It's like you're never going to be as big as your. I don't know.
Okay.
I think that's really hard.
But a lot of those
like Randy
70s,
Orton,
80s guys
is one of the
that
exceptions.
were coming through did. Wyndham's and Perfect. And
Yeah, that was a
Ted,
big. Yeah, that was
Jake,
big difference.
all those guys.
Oh, poor Jake.
Wow, that was way out there.
No.
And Sam Houston didn't though. But he married Baby Doll. That's pretty cool. He had all that heat for marrying Baby Doll.
Oh, shit.
See, that just went there. That's how my brain works.
Okay. How would you rate Disco Inferno as a world champion?
Oh. Well, he never
I
was.
love Disco. I did. I loved him. I thought the gimmick was great when he came out and got put in an arm bar and just went, ah! And just started dancing. Me and my buddy John thought that was the funniest thing ever. And then he would have the little notebook. Oh, I got this new leg lock I'm going to do. And he'd go and he'd see it. And then the jobber would roll him up and pin him. I thought it was great. But when, I don't know, he started doing the stunner and when he beat Perry Saturn, it's like, okay.
The TV title.
It's like this guy would never beat Perry Saturn in a fight. Come on.
Do you think the downturn was when he wrestled Jacqueline and put him over?
Well, he refused, first of all. And that's when all those rumors, they thought he was going to go to WWF as Honky Tonk Man's mystery guy. And then it turned out to be Rockabilly.
Yeah.
But he ended up putting her over, so he obviously cared about
It was
money.
a decent match.
I mean,
too.
she's tougher than most of the men, so I don't know what he had an issue with.
Him and Alex Wright were a team too for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Did they have a team name?
I always used to call him Das Wunderkunt because that's what it looked like.
Oh, my
That's what it looked like on there.
He's a second generation guy too.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The next Hulk Hogan he was supposed to be.
God.
Oh, boy. All right. If Stephanie McMahon married Paul Heyman, what would the wrestling world be like now?
Wow.
A lot of exterminated promotions, unpaid wrestlers. I don't know. That's a
yeah.
gross thing to think about.
His Hall of Fame speech, I saw a clip of that where he said, "You married the wrong Paul." It's kind of funny that he asked that question.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
then
Tell
again,
you
having the McMahon family,
He'd have
for
that
him to
money.
use-
He'd have the money. I mean, his dad would still have been a lawyer. He still put his dad millions of dollars in debt.
Yeah.
So I guess that
They
would
call him
work.
a genius as a booker, though, which I think he is.
I
but
do
he's
too. He's definitely a horrible with finances.
A very good motivational guy.
Yeah.
but he does the twist and turn, and I've heard Shane Douglas say,
But
where
if-
he'll motivate this guy to go behind this back, and he'll play the guys against each
But
other.
if
so
he had
doesn't-
Stephanie as his wife,
right,
who knows how that would work back and
Oh,
forth.
my God. All right.
She'd probably get him to do all of her dirty work. Just like
that's true.
I think Steve would actually like this one. Who would win in a fight in their prime?
okay.
Bill Watts versus Vince McMahon versus Eric Bischoff.
Oh, that's a
Oh, Watts
Hands
would,
down.
Yeah, Watts would wipe the floor of both of them.
Bill Watts.
Bischoff's
for sure.
Mr. Karate guy. Oh God, with Ernest Miller. Remember that shit?
Yes. Sonny Ono was his best buddy too.
God, yeah.
They
All
did
right.
that.
Did you see that show where they go around and they're selling like the old type people's gimmicks and stuff, and like Sonny Ono was on there?
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
trying. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll
Andres
give it to you
Mask,
$1
right?
million."
Yeah,
Like
Andres Mask, yeah.
he's like the biggest worker of all time. Like, I'll give it to you $1 million.
Yeah.
No.
Mark Henry was on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Last question. All right. If the Batch and Booger and Mae Young had a baby, what would its wrestling gimmick be?
Oh my God.
Norman the Lunatic.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I could beat that.
Look.
The baby would come out smoking a cigar, probably like she did.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I like that.
There's my questions.
Norman the Lunatic.
Wow, that's some off the wall.
Poor Mike Shaw.
Might look better than a hand, though.
Oh, gross. Yeah, probably. Or the thought of Mark Henry and her doing stuff. That's just nasty.
How did the Steiner brothers lose the WWF Tag Team titles to the Quebecers?
Oh, it was like a Canadian bullshit match where they lost him by DQ.
They didn't put that on the screen.
Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't Canadian bullshit.
Yeah. And I remember they used like the hockey stick, and that's how they
Correct.
lost the
Yeah.
belts.
The
Yeah.
Quebecer rules were the
Quebecer
tag team
rules,
titles
yeah.
to lose
Canadian
on
bullshit
DQ.
match, yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty good. And I think that was their last match, and then they were gone.
Yeah, they weren't there much longer because I remember they were advertised on the house shows to work with the Quebecers and Raven as when he was Johnny Polo.
Oh, Johnny Polo, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it got switched to the Quebecers against Adam Bomb and Bam Bam Bigelow. It was like heel versus heel, but they were the coolest team though together. You see Bam Bam and Adam like this could work, and then they never did anything with it. It was like a double DQ.
ECW, a name, Jerry Lynn.
Oh, one of the nicest human beings on the planet. As earlier in one of the other shows, though, I was talking about motherfucking RVD, but that was how Jerry was. He'd give you the shirt off his back. He was very just fun to be around, and one of the guys filming this show, his son, after one of Jerry Lynn's matches. His 7-year-old son went up to Jerry Lynn and said, "You know, you didn't hit him very hard with that chair." And Jerry Lynn looks at him and goes, "Oh, yeah, it's okay. I didn't want to hurt him." I'm like, God, if that was anybody else. What the fuck is this kid in the locker room, you know? But because he's just so nice, he just, you know, everything rolled off his back. You know, he'd go smoke a J or drink a beer and just go out and work with whoever they booked him against, put him over, do whatever.
He's in that category, I think, should have got more than he got.
Absolutely.
And in that one of the most underrated categories.
And I think I remember him telling somebody, I can't remember what it was, but when the X Division started, he was like the pioneer of it with him, AJ Loki, all them in TNA. And he was at the office and he was saying, he's like, I don't know if I can't remember if he wasn't booked on the show, but he said that Jeff's pissed that we're getting more over than him. And I guess Jeff was in the other room and heard it. And then Jerry got buried. He got fired. You can't talk about a Jarrett without getting fired. I mean, come on.
It's hard to get
Baby
over the
boy
boss of
Jarrett. Yeah.
It's hard to get over a promoter.
But I love that match where he won the ECW title. That was awesome. In Minnesota. He beat in his hometown. And then Carino won it the next month in Chicago. That was like the last show that I ever went to because they were closed 2 months later.
Yep. Another ECW name that we both love. The Heart and Soul. Tommy Dreamer.
I think I appreciate Tommy more now than I did when he was just the guy coming out in the ECW shirt. I think the stuff was cool and everything, but I don't know. I thought he lost too much. Like him and the Sandman would lose to everybody and do jobs to everybody. It's like sometimes you got to. Not being a mark for myself, but you have to protect yourself. I know you're trying to elevate. You don't care because even on the indies, like both of them would put over all the guys. It's like an indie show where people pay to see you. Let's put the person who they came to see over.
Yeah. I thought that too as a fan because those were my two favorite guys, and when they were teaming up, especially, and they would lose to every time. Like, every time, yeah.
And I think he's really good. I love the feud with him and Raven.
For like
this one
over 2
probably
years,
the best feuds, yeah. And even Raven said, he shouldn't have beat me when it's like we didn't even know if you were coming back. Of course, you're gonna put yourself over. Not even do a job on the way out.
Yep, and then
he would do that.
The 10 lashes of the cane is what really
that's how he got over. Yeah. And then, you get out of those flamboyant suspenders and the horrible pants he wore, and then he's just a badass with a shirt and jeans on, hitting people with chairs, pile driving women.
He kept that whole company together. as best
He
as
really
he could. 'Cause
did.
He did
Because
everything.
Paulie gave up at the end, and it was Tommy running everything pretty much.
Another name, Lance Storm.
Very underrated. He's obviously he used to run the Storm Wrestling Academy, and all these guys were coming out of his school to then go to OVW or NXT or whatever it was. But I don't know. I loved watching his stuff with Chris. I felt that they meshed together so well, but that's because Chris had such a good, crazy personality, and Lance really didn't.
It's like the
And I think that's what hurt him.
Guy and a straight guy, and then they just meshed together.
That's pretty much
really
what
well.
it was, because then you took Chris away from Lance, and it was like, but then they put him with Credible, and I thought they were an awesome team. But then he goes to WCW. The main event of the pay-per-view in Milwaukee was Justin Credible against Lance Storm, and you could hear a pin drop because nobody gives a fuck about either one of these guys. And then Dreamer comes out at the end to lay him out. I don't know what happened there. Dreamer should have been in the match. I know he was booked for a match. I don't know if he was hurt, but I thought he was really good. I loved when he had the titles in WCW. And then didn't he work against Booker? I thought that would have been so cool if he won the heavyweight title. He would have had the TV US and the heavyweight title.
Yeah, he had the cruiserweight too.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it would have been.
He
all
put
four.
the Canada flag stickers over
that would have been so good. Even if it was just like a 1 week reign, just to have all four of the belts, that would have been so cool.
I liked when they had the Un-Americans.
Yes,
It was him, Elix Skipper, and there was a third guy.
Hacksaw Duggan was in there.
That was crazy.
When they turned
shaved
Hacksaw
him.
Duggan.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it
They're trying to
either.
get rid
I
of
think it was a really stupid idea.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of him.
And then before that, he finds the TV title in the garbage. It's like,
as the janitor.
Russo, it felt like his job was to try to murder the wrestling business.
Yeah, he's one of my most hated people in the history of this business.
I've never been a fan.
It's going to bug me to think of who the other person. There was a third.
Well, there was
Un-American.
Mike Awesome.
Was he?
It was Team Canada.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. The Un-Americans was him and Jericho and Christian, and that was WWF. That's when they feuded with Hogan and Edge.
Okay. That's right, Team Canada.
Yeah, Team Canada.
Mike Awesome was part of that.
Yeah, they turned. He was the fat chick killer, or whatever the fuck.
In the 70s man or whatever. Yeah.
And then he went to Team Canada. Poor Mike Awesome. Is there ever a guy that looked like that WWF dropped the ball on? But same with him. It was a political game. Everyone sees a guy walk in that size, you're going to try to cut his knees out so you can save your spot. I remember Silas Young telling me, he's like, dude, I went backstage. He goes, Jamie Noble, all the guys that are his height or like size, they're shaking your hand, but they're looking you up and down because you're there to take their spot. And I said, I never even thought of it that way, but you pretty much, there's maybe 30, 40 spots for the entire world.
Yeah, nowadays.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I'm getting all these ones wrong. I don't even want to pick that one.
A name. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. One of the smoothest, greatest workers of all time.
Everybody loves him. I don't get me wrong. I think he's really good. I thought his stuff with Flair was really good. I hated when he brought his fucking kid and his wife out to the ring with him. You're trying to be a babyface against the man who's banging every chick and your mom and your grandma, and you're coming out with your kid. I just changed his shit diaper. I'm gonna beat Ric Flair, the greatest of all time. And I thought it hurt him. I thought it hurt him really. When he came out and blew the fire as the dragon, I thought that it was like, they can't even call him Ricky Steamboat.
It was just the dragon.
The WWF stuff I really liked. In '86, like him and Jake and Don Morocco. I thought all that stuff was really good with Steamboat. In '92, all this stuff was really good, like with Rude, Steve Austin, all those guys.
The 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah,
Rude
Beach Blast. That was really good.
Very, very good.
So I never went out of my way to love him as a kid. I would watch him, obviously, but
he went back and forth, probably thinking about
few
more than you
times.
thought.
Yeah,
because he was in Mid Atlantic forever, and then went to WWF in '85. And then he went back in '89 with Flair,
and then he went back to WWF
to the Dragon, and then he went back again and had
'92.
Rude in Austin. He had like a 25-minute match on the Clash or wherever in Austin.
Yeah.
And then Paul
It was like the
Orndorff.
20th anniversary of
Yeah. Paul Orndorff for the TV
Oh,
title. He
yeah.
had great matches with him. And then he retired in 94-ish,
He left-
I think.
Yeah, his back injury. He left WWF in 91 because he didn't want to lose to the Warlord. Can you imagine?
Strange.
I think they wanted him to do jobs to the Warlord and the Undertaker, and he didn't want to do either one. Yeah. When there's another company you can go to, I mean, you can't do that shit now.
Yeah.
All right, well, go get a job at Walmart if you don't want to put somebody
I think
over.
he's one of the only guys that you can think of, like, in the history of wrestling ever that was never a heel.
I think you're right. Yeah.
There might be
I've
one
done
or
this.
two
I've
ever.
done this. I've done this
He's
for a
one of them,
while,
I
and
think.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's
Tito?
ever.
There's another one I don't think was
I
ever
don't remember
heel.
Tito being a heel anywhere.
But there's not many you can think of that were one or the other forever.
No, I think you're right.
Especially
Those
baby
two.
faces.
Yeah.
But he's in that category, I think, the top two sellers ever. Are him and Ricky Morton. Yeah, everybody think Ricky's one of the best.
Absolutely.
All right, we got time for
It's good stuff.
do two more. Get some good ones. Some big long lists again.
Mhm.
Who has the most reigns as WWF Hardcore Champion? I got the number on it too.
Crash Holly. No,
Final
that's the
answer.
only one I could think of. That won it 1 billion times. Hold on. How much longer was it around after 2000? I can't. Hardcore champ.
I think it ended. Dreamer had like every other
Al
run
Snow
at the
had
very,
it
very
a
end.
bunch. Bob
Yeah.
Holly.
It started out Mankind,
Oh my God, Foley had it
Boss
first,
Man,
yeah.
Hardcore Holly, Al Snow was like the original. Road Dogg had it in that really, really early.
Yeah, so it's obviously after Crash then, maybe.
He was so funny though.
That was really good.
Bringing
Where
the
he's
scale.
fighting Dean Malenko in the fucking bouncy house. That was great.
Bushwhackers came out one time to try to beat him in that fun zone thing.
Oh yeah. Only Dean Malenko could get a 4-star match. I know, bouncy house taking.
Because I think
Ranas and
Crash made
PDCs.
it the 24/7 rule, right? That's
That-
when he was going.
Is that?
He was funny. Yeah, he was really funny. Carrying the scale out,
Yeah.
weighing
yeah,
400
yeah.
pounds. Yeah, whatever they called him.
Bob Holly maybe. Shit, I don't.
Yeah, because they used at every
Taz wanted a bunch of
at
everybody
every
won
house
it.
show.
Yeah,
they
doing,
would switch it
yeah,
8 times,
yeah,
and they would do
yeah.
it at every
That
show.
was part of the fucking
Yeah.
show.
So you want the number?
Yeah, sure.
39. He's probably 12 ahead of the next guy down. Is that insane?
What?
39 times hardcore champion.
I know they had a .2 in 02 where Stevie Richards was winning it.
Yes, he was in that Dreamer loop where
Yes.
a lot of those guys were.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Crash.
Raven.
God damn it! I knew that because that's when he was actually trying to get the gimmick over again. Him and Rhino tore it apart in Chicago.
Yes, right. Remember he came back and he had
Did the
the
gore.
makeup under here and he had the blonde
The
braids.
dreads, yeah. And then Rhino did the gore through the shopping cart. It was like one of the greatest bumps I've ever seen.
One more.
Do an ECW.
ECW.
Give me a high note, I guess. Shit.
We're gonna keep going until you get one right.
Yeah.
Who was the very first ECW television champion?
God. Thought it was Snuka, but no. No, wait. It was...
Snuka was the second.
Well, Snuka beat... not Tony Stetson, the other guy. No, that was heavyweight title. I don't know. Was it Dreamer?
Johnny Hotbody.
So it was one of those two goofs. Okay.
Give you another one.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, this is gonna be easy.
Well,
We
we'll
just talked-
see.
we just
We'll
talked about
see.
it.
What is it?
Where you talked about it?
Whoa.
Who was?
What?
Let's see. I'll break it into 2 parts here.
Okay.
I'll make my own question. The very famous 3-way dance for an hour draw. Who was in the match?
Sabu Douglas and Terry Funk.
What was the name of the event?
The night the line was crossed.
We ended on a
Bam!
win.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the special extra bonus Ask Us Anything Part 2 has finished up, and we got, I don't know, probably 400 and something more to go. So we'll be picking these up anytime we can get some spare time here and insert them in different places, and we'll probably come up with some more new ideas as we go along here.
Oh, yeah.
So if anybody wants any questions to ask us, send them into our, all three of us' Facebooks, Instagrams, YouTube, comment on there.
Don't bother me.
We'll put some in here, and eventually we're going to have more territories. I'll get some
that's
Smoky
what I'm
Mountains, I'll
looking
get some
forward to.
USWA's Mid-South, I'll make them all, and we can have the whole bins all the way around us like a big giant drum kit. We can pick them all off from whichever one you feel good on.
I could still, donate my questions too, right?
Sure. Sure.
Norman the Mulatic. That's
Norman
like
the
the best improv that I've had probably in a long time.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
For Nick H., I am Scott Spade. Thank you for joining me again as my co-host, Mr. Steve Stone. We'll see you guys.
And Ole Anderson.
On Wrestling on the Fly next time. Take care, guys.